We're going to get into something Ray Wright used to call strata. Actually, Samuel Adler did too, and so did Joseph Schwantner. Different areas that are separated by register. And we can, it covers a multitude of sins, but it also introduces a way to play with upper structures. And I think this is what classically trained composers in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, this is where they got jazz. They used jazz, their jazz roots and their jazz influence to play around with these upper structures. For example, the first structure, we have our structure here, but now we're going to add a little third on top. This is evocative of more of a what they would call Lydian sound, but we're not going to talk about that, right? And it sounds the way it does because of the register. Much different than this. The momentary dissonance of the C against the B, totally acceptable. In fact, you hear Gil Evans doing this a lot. Now let's just expand that a little bit and start putting some triadic-looking structures over. It almost sounds consonant, right? You've got your A sus type sound, or this sound with a bass. Now we can get really dissonant. I also like the D on the bottom here. Okay. So in 5 chords, we've gone from really nice and consonant to introducing dissonance. All with linear harmony. And another thing I'd like to mention is this chord in isolation has a root. A root, we hear the B. Some people call this an inner root. That's what I call it. So if we were, for example, to keep it, we're going in a whole different direction. Because we hear these chords based on what's here. We hear down a lot of times. We hear from the bottom up and top down. You could really go crazy with this stuff. In fact, John Williams makes a really good point of combining 2 structures. You hear it all the time. Two major chords. Most of John Williams' music is 2 major chords. It's brilliant. So that's all linear. That's a linear harmony, chromatic harmony. Does this make sense? Anyone have any questions?